In this video, I want to introduce you to what I think you will start hearing much more about from 2022 and beyond, and that is the stablecoin. This video will give you a high-level introduction to stablecoins, the problem they solve, and why they become very popular. So let's get into it after the jump. I'm Corey, and on this channel I help you decode technology and innovation to grow your wealth on the journey to financial independence. So let's dig into what is a stablecoin, what problem do they solve, and why have they become so popular? Make sure to be on the lookout for my follow-up video on central bank digital currencies as well. What is a stablecoin? A stablecoin refers to a stable value coin that is pegged to either a single fiat currency, a basket of currencies, or even other tokens or other assets such as gold or silver. Importantly, when I use the word stablecoin, I'm referring to a token issued by a private company and not a government or a central bank. The most well-known stablecoins today are Tether, which also has a list of issues and concerns that deserve its own video, USDC by Circle, and Terra Luna based stablecoins, which I'll break down in a second. Conceptually, a stablecoin is no different than a casino chip that represents a certain amount of cash that you can cash out when you finish playing at a casino. In the case of the casino itself issues you that token and you redeem that token for cash. So why do stablecoins matter? What problem are they seeking to solve? Stablecoins evolved as a solution to a problem from the earlier days of Bitcoin and digital assets, which was how does a person or entity holding Bitcoin or other digital assets keep a stable value of those assets given their volatility as a practical matter? Before a stablecoin was invented, the only choices were to move from digital assets into cash and then back into digital assets, or to move from Bitcoin to other digital assets and then back into Bitcoin. These choices were not ideal because it forced a trade-off of slowing down market access because you had to go fiat first, which meant converting to fiat and then having to take the time to move back into digital assets, or moving into non-Bitcoin assets, which meant potentially even more volatility. Hence the need for a stable value token. In the US, this was also complicated by the fact that every time you change from token to token or token to cash, it's considered a taxable event. Stablecoins aim to address the volatility of digital assets by pegging their value to a unit of an underlying asset, often issued on faster blockchains and backed by coins wholly or partially with state-issued legal tender, such as a dollar, the pound, the euro, government treasuries, or even commodities. First widely adopted stablecoin was Tether, and it was initially launched on the Omni Layer 2 solution on Bitcoin. Tether has had many issues with regulators and continues to be subject to massive fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I repeat, panic now! About the validity of its US dollar peg and the assets it holds to back Tether. I will not go further into the topic because it's its own video and the debate has not really stopped, and I don't want to editorialize that. The main point I want to convey is that Tether was the first product in the market to allow a digitally native pegged US dollar token that people could use without having to exit digital assets and go back into the fiat banking ecosystem. So for all of Tether's criticisms, much of which is valid historically, people gloss over the innovation and the fact that since the modern internet of the late 1990s, no bank or central bank authority sought to develop this product, which is in high demand globally. Following on the heels of the initial Tether innovation was Circle's US dollar coin, which is a stable coin, and it's regulated and registered at the state level with the New York Department of Financial Services. It's also regulated at the federal government level with FinCEN as a Department of Treasury, and it's also audited and fully backed. So basically, USD without all the regulatory baggage of Tether. You can see that USDC's adoption since it was launched and through 2021 has been fairly significant. In Asia, there are also other stablecoin projects such as Terra Luna, and they offer a stablecoin which is algorithmically programmed and has also grown exponentially in popularity. A key feature of the Luna family of stablecoins is that they're not exclusively denominated in the US dollar, and they offer South Korean won or Japanese yen or other local currencies from around the world that facilitate trade between people and between nations outside of the United States and outside of the dollar. In Korea, many top merchants already integrate with and accept the Terra KRT, which is the Korean won stablecoin based on the Luna project. So stablecoin adoption generally has surged globally because the free market has decided that they are an undeniably better way to transact in the 21st century with the fees and inefficiency of traditional cash and bank wires. So let me know in the comments if you've used stablecoins such as Tether, USDC, Luna. There's also the Gemini dollar, Paxos dollar. There are many others. Stay tuned for my next video in this series where I'll discuss central bank digital currencies as the governmental response to private companies issuing stablecoins. So let's land the plane here. In case you're wondering about my opinion on specific stablecoin projects, I would say that if you're a US citizen, USDC is a safer choice based on the publicly available information I have and the project's regulatory status. If you're outside of the US and you need access to a specific local currency via stablecoin, such as the Korean won or the Japanese yen, the Terra project is something worth taking a look at. And then there's always Tether with its own baggage, as I've stated before. As always, you'll need to do your own research because stablecoins have different regulatory treatment around the world, and there's no way to know exactly what your situation is. If you want to get more insight into stablecoins and go a bit more in depth on some of the topics that I've talked about here, make sure to sign up for my free newsletter linked in the show notes below. Join me on the path to decoding technology and innovation to grow your wealth on the journey to financial independence. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time,